Shalom, call Haloyim, Wahawad, like Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles Zachary Millstone who rule well. Honors and salutations to you, Akim, also that's laboring in true sincerity, Shalom, to the few Akwaf that believe and trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 6. When the ungodly perished, she delivered the righteous man who fled from the fire, which fell down upon the 5 cities, of whose wickedness even to this day the waste land that smoketh is a testimony, and plants bearing fruit that never come to ripeness, and a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. All you Akim out there, you don't bank, all right, on your wives or women, however you want to word it. Don't bank on them, being down with you when all hell breaks loose. I mean, it's okay to, to hope that she remain loyal and faithful to you, but you gotta remember that this journey that we take is really, it's really strict and structured. All right, and you can't think about so-called loved ones that's not going to make it. All right, you got to think about yourself. Excuse me, especially your woman. Now there are a few. All right, there are a few women that believe. All right, but brothers have wives and think that their wife isn't the truth when this truth is really for the men first. All right, our women I'll say for the most part, our women are carnal creatures, and materialistic. you know Look how many women we got that believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It's very rare you find one. Okay, as it's written, King Solomon said that he found out of every man, out of every 1,000 men, he found one man that was righteous, and not every 1,000 women he found not one righteous. So don't bank on your woman being down with you. Now, I read this because it was referring to Lot's wife. All right, whom she was instructed not to look back, and she looked back, and she was turned into a pillar of salt. You see, and even archaeologists have it was reported years ago that they had found that pillar of salt, and they had went over to the geographic location of Sodom and Gomorrah, because that's what it was talking about, Sodom and Gomorrah, which is found right here in Genesis the 19th chapter. I'm gonna go right to the point, because this place you call so-called America, which is Babylon the Great, there's no reason to look back, because this place will surely be destroyed. All right. This is Genesis chapter 19-18. Let's see. It says, I start at 18 because I kind of want to go to the point. All right. Genesis 19:18. It says, "And Lot said unto them, O not so, not so, my Lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life, and I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. O let me escape thither. Is it not a little one, and my soul shall live? And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then Yahweh rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahweh out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Yeah, because when you read up, they was instructed not to look back, to keep going, to keep moving forward. And when she looked back, she became that pillar of salt. And the point is, there's no reason to look back into the society. And a lot of our women, look at this society because they've been made to be comfortable in this society that's ran and ruled over by Esau. And so they don't think that all hell going to break loose. They don't think that it's going to be a situation of chaos once this system completely breaks down. Okay, and we headed into that stage of this society, where everything is getting ready to break down. All right, and when the Lord told Lot to, flee and run and don't turn and look back, Lot did just that. He and his daughters. But his wife, what she do? She looked back. We're looking towards the kingdom of heaven, or we're looking for the kingdom of heaven. We're not looking back. There's no reason to look back. The Lord is going to destroy His place, and there's no reason to look back at all. But because of comforts, all right, a lot of not just women, men too, are comfortable. All right, they're just comfortable in this world, and they shouldn't be. All right, but especially women. Women are protected by a lot of things in place, or things that was put in place by Esau. They're able to live independently. All right, which overall that was not so in the ancient world. Living independent or independent. It was very dangerous to live by herself in the ancient world, as far as a woman. Okay, and that's how much civilized this world is. All right, it's gonna come a time where you can't call the police. Then what are you gonna do then? All right, we know the scriptures say the man should be a covering place, from the wind and the tempest. All right, so the man should be like a rock in the weary land. So just think about that, And then you gotta remember, all hell break loose. Women panic, man. When adversity strikes, women panic. Job 2. Let's see. Job 2, I'm going to read down. Job 2 and 1. And there was a day when the sons of the Heavenly Father came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feared the Heavenly Father, and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Yahweh and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man had will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. So basically, this is the Heavenly Father, the Most High himself, questioning Satan. Satan, thinking that Job, because Job had integrity, he was faithful, and Job feared the Most High and did his best to keep the covenant. So Satan thinking that if the Most High didn't have his hedge of protection around Job, that Job would, or if he afflicted Job, that Job would curse the Most High to his face. And it was not so. This is actually a story of strength, because the point I want to make is down in the chapter. But Job is a perfect example of how to maintain integrity and how to always be thinking upon the Hashem Yahweh's will, even in the face of adversity, because Job was afflicted very, very sorely. Now it says, verse 5, but put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So when Satan forth from the presence of Yahweh, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown, and he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. Now this is his wife. All right, this is the reason for me doing this video, because now adversity strikes, and what Job's wife is doing, she's starting to question the Most High. All right, it basically telling Job to forget about the Most High, curse the Most High and die. I mean, what kind of BS is that to tell your husband? All right, a faithful man, to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. See, some brothers that have wives, your wife can do this very same thing. You don't know. Just stay focused on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says, verse 10, but he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Heavenly Father, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. So, like I said, Job understood, hey, good and evil come from the Lord. All right, and he said, what? You speak as a foolish woman. Because, you got to imagine that kind of threw Job off. Like, man, you want me to forget about the Most High while I'm being afflicted, while adversity is going on, right? When you are surviving, and you may be hungry, may not have much water. Why panic? We're doing this works. We've been doing these works of faith. All right, we've been doing these works of love. Been praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We got the knowledge, we got the wisdom, understanding of the scriptures. These things should be thought upon while surviving, because we know that Isaiah 33:6 says that knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. And the times he's talking about is our time of trouble. Because when our time of trouble happens, like, all hell going to break loose, man. Great evil is going to come to this land. And you're going to have a lot of women losing their minds. Even men. But especially you women, you're going to lose your mind. So you brothers that have wives, all right, just think about that, right? Think about that. Let's go to Paul. Let's go to Corinthians. All right. This is Paul. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I'm going to start 27. It says, Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed. Art thou loosed from a wife? Seek not a wife. But and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she had not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh. All right, so really having a woman in the having a woman on this minute, on this journey, all right, it's going to cause trouble. All right, I'm a young man. I had a wife at one point, which I lost due to doing these works. But so be it, I mean, at first it got to me, being young, full of testosterone. But I mean, it's really a distraction. It's really time consuming and really irksome to have a woman up under you 24/7 almost. All right. So, but if you do desire, all right, if you do desire, you have the sin. All right. But just consider, all right, women need attention and quality time. All right, and then ain't no guarantee again she's gonna be by your side when all hell breaks loose. You see? Can you imagine being out surviving and a woman's nagging you in that day? How you gonna deal with that? What women gonna be begging to get beside you in that day because they can't defend themselves against these wild packs of men that's gonna be running around, taking, going about as they will. All right. Second Ezra 15, the 15th chapter say that men should invade one another and spoil their goods for lack of bread. See? Meaning food. All right. So if you got food, well, how are you going to protect it from men? All right, from a man or men trying to get that food from you. You see? But the point is, you need to just focus on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua doing His will. All right, doing the will of the Heavenly Father, because that's what's going to carry you through. These tough times we're coming into. Don't bank on your woman being by your side. And I'm not downing women. I'm not, trying to call some brothers women to talk crazy. No, I'm just being honest, man. You men have to think about that. All right. And don't get weak because your woman may not make it. Your woman may be killed, man. You don't know. You gotta remain focused. All right, you gotta remain focused and remember that we're still going through our purification phase. All right. Ecclesiasticus also known as Sirach, chapter 2, verse 5. It says, "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." Our adversity is, of course, we teach on the highways and hedges. We do these short lessons during the week on the YouTube. We have to go out in public. People know who we are. All right, society shun you, but hey, even some women, they wouldn't deal with you. They know, oh, he wanted the brothers to be teaching. Some of them do that. All right, but it's just best to just stay focused on doing the will of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. All right, so with that, Lord, one of you were edified, and I'll see you next time.